Hey guys! It's that time of the month again. It is my November reading wrap up. I cannot believe we're already in December.
And listen!
This month, I did okay for what I read. I had so many like 4 and 5 star reads, all except for one this month. And I read a total of 5 books, and I'm currently in the middle of reading 2 books. So it was a pretty good month. Not as good as some, but not as bad as others. Alright. First, okay, this month also I just want to point out that you can tell the 2 genres of books that like are my favorite or are like the few that I read, because it's just like such a stark contrast, and like they're very much a part of the genre that they're in, you know? Alright, so first book I read this month was The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. First of all, can we just admire this cover? I love all of the covers in this series. I rated this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. It was super, super good. I try not to go into books knowing almost anything or anything at all if I can. So I kind of went into this blind, and it was really, really good. Definitely recommend, and I'm really excited to read the next ones in the series. The only reason I didn't read the other 2 books in the series is because I need to break up series, or else I get so burnt out like through the middle of the second book, and then I like never want to read that series again. And so I'm forcing myself to take some time between each book and any books in the series that I read, if that made any sense. Alright. So then the other genre I read this month was romance, and the first book I read was November 9th by Colleen Hoover. Super, super good. I started it on November 9th, but I honestly didn't finish reading it until I read like the first chapter on November 9th, and I didn't pick it up again until like November 15th or something, probably the middle of the month. But once I picked it up again, it was so good, as always. Colleen Hoover's amazing. And I finished it within 2 days. So this was super, super good. 10 out of 10 recommend. I don't remember if I said, but I rated this a 5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then right back to fantasy / science fiction. Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. This was the lowest rated book. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It wasn't bad by any means, but it just took me a while to get through. And I got kind of annoyed with Mare, the main character in the book, and I was just really annoyed with some of the things she did, some of the things she was like saying, and she just kind of got so annoying, and I was like, okay, I'm done reading about you, I just want to know what happens. Also, like, as with almost all second books in series, it just kind of feels like a filler book, and there's not a whole lot going on. So I think I just am not a second book type of person. But I will definitely be reading this series more. I really love the first book, and so hopefully it gets better. The books get longer with each book, but you know what? I'm going to power through because I really did like the first book, so I think the second book it was the plotline for me, and once the main character develops a little more in the next few books, I probably will enjoy it more. So by no means am I gonna stop reading the series. It was a really good book, and I definitely recommend the series so far. Then I read It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover, and oh my goodness, I rated this a 6 out of 5. It was so good. This is the first book I have ever stayed up until 2 a.m. reading just to finish it. I read it in probably almost 24 hours, a little over 24 hours. I started it one day and got to page maybe like 50, and then after that, the next day, I read until 2 a.m. And I didn't even realize it was 2 a.m. until I finished the book and looked at the time, and yeah, definitely recommend if you're thinking about reading it. Also, going into that book, I thought it was a love triangle, and that's about all I knew about that book. So if you think that that's what the story's about, I'm so sorry for you. Alright, the last book I finished this month was Shatter Me by Tierra Mafi, I think that's how you say her name. There you go. You can read it for yourselves. Shatter Me. I've heard such great things about the series recently, so I finally decided to start it. I have the first I have 5 out of the 6 books right now. The fifth book is coming in the mail, and then I have to order the 6th book at some point. But I'm on a book buying ban right now, so I have to wait, but it's fine. Like, even though I mentally, like, need all the books in the series to start it, I still started it, so that's really good. Anyway, I thought it was really, really good, and it was a lot different than what I, like, expected. I mean, I didn't go in with much information, and I didn't know much about the books. Even though they were really popular, like, when I was in middle school / early high school, I never heard anything about them. I just know about the romance in the book, and that's all I've heard about, and that's not even, like, I mean, it's a bigger part of the book, but not, like, a major thing. Anyway, it is so good. I definitely recommend it. I also heard, like, the first book is kind of, like, the worst. So, if the first book is the worst, the rest of the series is just gonna get better, and so I'm really excited to read the rest of the series. And then, so this video isn't too short. I thought I would just show you guys the 2 books that I'm, like, right in the middle of. If I would have just read one, I probably wouldn't have finished it, but I got kind of bored, and when that happens, I just read 20 different books at the same time. So, the book I started first was People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. I absolutely loved Beach Read, and so I'm super excited about this one. It's really good so far, and I really want to go on vacation right now because it's December in the Midwest, and I hate it here. So, this is the perfect escape because they're on vacation, and those are the vibes I need right now. So far it's really good. Yeah, I'm only 85 pages in, but it's really good so far. I mean, it's an Emily Henry book, so. And then the other book that I've started is One Day in December. So this is on my TBR for December, and I really just wanted to start it. So yeah, this one's by Josie Silver. I love these 2 covers. Like, look how gorgeous these 2 covers are. I love when there's, like, drawn covers. Anyway, I am on page 45 in this book. Clearly not very far in either of them. Again, I really like this book so far. It's really interesting, and I didn't know. I thought it, like, I know they, like, see each other, and it's, like, love at first sight, but they never get to talk to each other, and then they, like, look for each other. And I thought they, like, met each other, and then, like, the book happened within, like, a few months or something. But I found out it's, like, 3 main characters over, like, 10 years. So that's really interesting. Also, the chapters are super, super short, so I really appreciate that. Same with Shatter Me. If you guys need short chapters to, like, feel motivated to read, get any of the Shatter Me books. The entire series has super short chapters in it. And then One Day in December also has super short chapters. So, I always appreciate that, and it makes it really easy for me to get into the book and a lot more motivated to read. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and comment down below any future videos you'd like to see me do and any book recommendations that you have, because I'm always looking for more, even though I think I have about 40 books on my TBR list, my physical TBR list, not to mention my entire TBR list. Anyway, I hope to see you next time. Bye, guys!